Good afternoon everyone and welcome to the very first series of Cooking at Home with Fiona. In this class I'm going to show you how to make a delicious dish. It's a chicken and cauliflower bake. It's a dish that I have been making for a long time for both ourselves and in the cookery school, and I hope you enjoy it as much as we do. This dish, why I picked it, it's a crowd pleaser. You can make it for a large gathering or make it for just your family. It's very suitable for both winter and summer. It's delicious this time of year with a little light tossed salad and a bit of homemade coleslaw. And it's very affordable, and it's a very doable recipe. So I hope you enjoy it. So let's get started. In here I have a saucepan, quite a large saucepan. And into the saucepan, I'm going to add in our chicken. This is about a 2 kilo chicken. Now, don't forget to wash your hands. I have my hands washed just before we started. So I'm going to add in the chicken just in there like that. You're already in. So we are. Just add in the chicken. And then in here, I'm going to put in an onion. So I'm just going to halve and quarter the onion, just like that. I'll pop that in. Now you can use whatever vegetables you want. I have carrots and parsnips in the fridge and in the store, and I'm just using them up. And you could use leeks, you could use peppers, you could use whatever vegetable that you need to get rid of, or not get rid of it, but you just want to. Celery is another lovely one. Of course, celery is the basis of all good stews and soups. So just chop them up, just like that. And you don't have to be too particular. And in we go. So into that also, I'm going to add some of our herbs from our garden, and I'm just, whatever you have at home. If you have coriander, a bunch of coriander, oftentimes people have coriander at home and they're looking for ways to get rid of it or something like that. A bunch of coriander in there, even if it's kind of half wilted, it's absolutely fine. There's still flavour on it. Parsley, anything like that in your fridge that you want to try and use up. So we'll just take off a little bit of some thyme there, just like that, stalks and all. Just a little bit of rosemary, in we go, stalk and all, just like that, and just for a little bit of flavour. So that's it there, that's our pot with our chicken and our vegetables in. So I'm going to add in some cold water into that. Now I do say cold because I think it's better off to start off with cold rather than having hot water in there into your chicken. I just don't think that's safe. So we just cover the chicken with our cold water sufficiently. So that's great. Now I'm going to take that back onto our ring, and that'll make a lovely chicken broth for our chicken and cauliflower bake. So we'll just put a lid on that and we'll leave that work away there. So I'm just going to wash my hands there after handling that chicken. So very important when you're with raw meat. So the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to make a roux, and in here I have some butter, okay, and a roux is basically a butter melted, and we add in our flour and a little wooden spoon. So we just let that melt down, just like that. So you want to come in here a little bit closer, Michael. So that'll just take a minute to melt down. And that's what's going to thicken the sauce. So for the chicken and broccoli, while that's melting down, so for the chicken and broccoli bake, what we're basically doing is we are poaching our chicken. And then we are flavouring it with our vegetables and herbs. And then what we're going to do is, when our chicken is cooked after about an hour, we're going to remove the chicken and the vegetables, and we're going to let that cook down for about 20 minutes or half an hour more till we have about a pint of stock left in our saucepan. And what that does, it gives more flavour to our broth, and it gives a more intensive flavour to our broth. So we want about a pint left out of that there. So that's what we're looking to achieve. So we have our roux going here. So we have that fully melted there now. And into that, I'm going to add in our flour. Now, if there was anyone celiac in the house, I'm sure you could just thicken it up. I have never tried it, but I'm sure you could just thicken it up with a bit of corn flour. Just like that. Now, we have skipped on then. So here I have reduced down. This is one I've done earlier. I have taken the broth, a pint of broth from here, and I've popped it in here into this saucepan. Okay, so that should be cooked out enough there, the floury taste gone out of it. So I'm just going to move that forward here. Turn up our heat a little bit. Turn off the back one. And into that, to give it a nice flavour, I'm going to add in some full fat cream. And I would say go to good quality cream because it gives it the flavour. Now, if you didn't want to use cream, you could use half cream, half milk, or all milk. But cream certainly does give it a lovely richness. So in we go with our cream. Just stir it in, and that stock is hot. Now, you could of course use a stock cube. Buy a chicken, a roast chicken, and use a stock cube. But there is no comparison to the flavour of this. Making your own broth. So we have that warm enough. So now, this is where our roux comes in. Let's call it, I'll just get a little whisk. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our roux and we're going to add it in to our cream sauce. Just like that. So I hope you can all follow the process there of what we're doing. So this will thicken up quite quickly. So just while that's thickening up, I'm just going to show you here what I did with our chicken earlier on. So I just get rid of some of these things out of my way. So earlier on I cooked the chicken. When this is cooked, and the way you want to test your chicken is you get a skewer like so, you take off your lid, and if it pushes through your chicken, it'll take about roughly an hour and 10 minutes. And if your skewer pushes through your chicken without resistance, you're cooked. So I removed the chicken from the liquid, and I broke it up, kind of like a pulled pork, pulled chicken dish. I broke it up into bite-sized pieces. So then I also got some cut this morning. This is the time of year now where we have spring cauliflower in the garden. So this is our own cauliflower here. And I brought a saucepan of water to the boil, and then pop in your florals of cauliflower, or it could be broccoli or whatever vegetable. So bite size, that's the size you want them roughly, not too big, or just remember what size the bite is going to be. So I brought a saucepan of water to the boil with salt in it. I added in the raw broccoli, and then I left it there. I timed it for 3 minutes and no longer. I then went straight over to the sink and I strained off the broccoli, and I cooled it down with water. So I did just to stop stop it from continuing to cook on. So that's our cooked broccoli. 3 minutes cauliflower. That's our cooked cauliflower. But broccoli is the very same if you're cooking any of those dishes. So we just come back here now. So we just a little bit too strong on the heat. So that's, you see the way it's got nice and thick. Okay, so into that now. So our sauce has got nice and thick from the roux, just like that. So I'm just going to add in a little bit of freshly ground black pepper. A spoonful of Dijon mustard would be absolutely gorgeous, or English mustard in there, maybe half a teaspoon. English mustard can be a little bit stronger. So as I said, we're using the cauliflower. It's in season. We have spring cauliflower coming into the shops there now, into the green grocers. So that's what we're looking for. I'll just pop it on there. So basically what we do now is we're going to add the chicken in here. Now you could use half chicken, half ham, absolutely gorgeous. Or bacon, some bacon in there would be lovely. So we just give it a gentle stir about. Okay, just like that. And I won't add in the cauliflower because I just want to be gentle with the cauliflower. It would tend to break up if I'm too rough with it. So what I'm going to do here for the top, well, I'll let that sit there for a few minutes. So here for the top of it, we're going to use a kind of a crumb, top on it, like a breadcrumb top. But of course you could use potatoes, like a shepherd's pie or anything like that. So in here I have some breadcrumbs and I have some grated cheddar cheese. You could use Parmesan cheese either, or just a white cheddar cheese, or you could just leave it out. So we'll just mix that around gently. And again, I just add in a pinch of salt and a pinch of salt and pepper, just like that. And here I have melted just a little bit of butter in there. So I'm just going, you'd think now it's very little, but actually it's sufficient enough. So I'm going to just add that in there, just like that, and just with the back of your spoon. That's as quick as it is. So, and you think really it doesn't have any significance, but it does, because you don't want it too oily. You know, you want it with a nice little crumb, but not too oily. And if you put too much butter in, that's what will happen. So, here we have our dish. This is a Pyrex dish. You could use a round dish. You could even make it in a dish like this. It would be lovely to present on the table. So we'll add in our cauliflower, just like so. We could also add in here a bunch of parsley, coriander. So we just give it a gentle mix. If I added in the two there together, I just find it too hard to mix. So I know it's evenly dispersed with the chicken. So I have our oven preheated to 180 degrees, so that's it. I'm just going to a little bit of roux. There we go. So as I said, you could put just lovely cream mashed potato over the top of it. It would be absolutely gorgeous as a bake as well. So make sure you use your spatula. Just get out all of that delicious cream. We don't want to be losing any of the flavour in there. So that's it. So we just, my hands away, and we just spread out our chicken, our base, just like that. So that's it, and then you come along, as simple as, with your crumb, and just sprinkle over the top of it. So that's basically breadcrumbs, cheese, any cheese of your preference, any hard cheese, and that's our dog, by the way, there, joining in. Just spread over, just like that, and into a preheated oven. So that's basically everything is cooked there. Now, if you want to, you could just leave that ready in the fridge and bake it off the next day. So we're going to pop it into the oven now for about 20 minutes. So we should just brown off the top of it before, and then it's ready, because as I said, everything else is cooked in it, and it'll be lovely. So we just pop that in. So now I'm just chopping up a little bit of fresh parsley, just so we can garnish the top of our chicken and cauliflower bake when it comes out of the oven, or before we serve it. So I'd say our chicken is ready. Oh yeah, it looks delicious. Just cheap towel, absolutely delicious. Nice and bubbly. So now, that is just lovely and brown. You see the nice crumb we have on it, and then a nice and rich cream sauce inside, along with your chicken and your cauliflower. So you could just, before you serve it to bring it to the table, just garnish it with a little bit of parsley, not unnecessary, but just kind of gives it a bit of colour. And leave it in the centre of your table, along with a serving spoon, like so, and a nice bowl of salad, homemade coleslaw or something like that. Absolutely delicious. So I hope you've enjoyed the class we have today here. So don't forget to tune in next Tuesday, same time, 2 p.m. Look forward to seeing you then, and thank you. Bye.